A very good morning and welcome along to the Football Martin channel. This is The Transfer Show.
Le Tissier. Here he is, Matt Le Tissier is back in the grand manner. Armstrong! Southampton announce their Wembley arrival.
That is a terrific goal. Humdinger.
As brings down the ball, that's fantastic. No offside. He's put Cienza through. Cienza's in behind Devlin in the box. Just man to beat and does so.
Good goal, good play.
Leo Cienza wakes up at Fratton Park. Prowse, he is going to have a dart. It's a wonderful goal from James Ward-Prowse.
From Ricky Lambert, a pure strike right into the top corner. No chance for Asmir Begovic.
Oh, tremendous equaliser. Oh, what a goal that was within seconds of the restart. Marian Bahars has brought Southampton level.
It's small ball! Now the city roars! That is a fantastic finish.
A very good morning and welcome along to the Football Martin channel. The Sunday morning breakfast show, but it feels like it anyway. Sunday morning, I'm sat in my studio on the back of a victory yesterday. And I thought, you know what, I'll do my transfer show live and turn it into a bit of a morning breakfast show. I've got my coffee, fresh out of the Nespresso coffee machine, but Nespresso coffee, never hot, is it? Hot piping out of those Nespresso coffee machines. So added some water, some nice warm milk as well. And I've got myself a lovely brew. And I've got myself all the latest news, all the latest transfer speculation to chat with you. You can get involved in the conversation as well. And whilst it's wet, windy, and not particularly nice here in England, a great opportunity for you to join me and talk all things Southampton. A couple of these shows today, actually, because there will be another one tonight at 10 p.m. But the transfer window is fast moving. There's a lot happening and stories are unraveling really quickly. So we'll do a catch up at 10 o'clock, and loads of people that tune in now won't be tuning in tonight. You get a lot of people from Australia, a lot of people from New Zealand, Canada. My overseas contingent will be tuning in, watching this channel because it's getting more and more popular. A Sky Sports style screen up on your screen for you with all your player stats, your ticker, you name it. And that is all thanks to my sponsors of today's transfer show. DNS Carpets, they are a sponsor of the Football Martin channel, and they do sponsor this transfer show. So a massive shout out to DNS Carpets, who make this all very, very possible. Thank you, Dave, and your team. Right, let's get into the show. Make sure you get involved in the chat as well. You can see from the cover photo, the main story, it emerged sort of yesterday morning, and he was also left out of the match day squad yesterday. Cameron Archer looks to have played his last game for Southampton for the time being. Whether he goes out on loan or whether he goes out on a permanent move, we will find out in the next 24 hours or so. But the reports up in Scotland from the Daily Record suggest that Cameron Archer's move to Rangers is edging closer. Rangers have been chasing Ryan Nadari from Hadza Rockstock. But it was a £3 million deal that got rejected for him. I don't know loads about him, but they say that those talks are going to be held to the summer with Ryan Nadari, and that's kind of put Cameron Archer in the frame. They're looking to bring someone in on loan. It didn't obviously feature for Saints yesterday. Rangers are keen on a move for the former England under-21 player who cost Saints $15 million a couple of summers ago. From Aston Villa, we purchased him from Aston Villa 18 months ago, that was. Talks are ongoing, and it's expected to complete this one, they say, within the next 24 hours or so. He has attracted interest, Cameron Archer, from clubs abroad, including PSV last summer. I didn't know that, but the Daily Record did say that. I knew that he had clubs in England in the Premier League very interested in him. He's not had the greatest of time at Southampton, and I think he's probably been a little bit unlucky in terms of the turnover of managers. Originally purchased for Russell Martin, when we changed to Ivan Juric, he didn't fancy him. He was in, he was out the side, and couldn't really get any momentum last season. And then this year, I actually thought he was going to be one of our best players this year. I thought, right, it is Cameron Archer's year. He was epic for Middlesbrough, wasn't he, in that loan that he had from Aston Villa, and scored double digits in the second half of the season. The Borough fans still rave about Cameron Archer. 4 goals in 23 appearances this season. Though those 23 appearances, the majority of those have come from the substitute bench. He's only played he's played 892 minutes, 223 minutes per goal. So it's, he's not had the greatest of time, and he's just not featured it. I think even if Adam Armstrong was to stay, Cameron Archer would have been going anyway. I think he would have been looking to go and play football. And what a great place to go and play football, by the way. To go and play at Rangers is a massive move. And it's a huge football club. Yeah, the standard's not as good, but actually that standard may just be perfect if he's going to do a loan move, because you could go out and build some real confidence. But you can't imagine these players, actually, and I want to talk about it in the morning show today, is that these players that go out on loan, they kind of feel a bit hard done by that. The clubs, they feel a bit butthurt, I think. And then they don't really want to come back. You've seen that with players. I think the only one that's really come back from a loan, and I say like he looks good this year, Shay Charles, he had that loan, but he was a young developing player. But Adam Armstrong went out on that loan last year. We'll come on to him shortly. Obviously, he didn't have a great time at West Brom. He's come back. Could you say it's worked or not? That remains to be seen, but I'm going to come on to that. But for Cameron Archer, get involved in the comments box below. Your thoughts on Archer's time at Southampton. I'm one to feel that he's been really guilty of the change of managers that he's had, and a manager that didn't treat him great in even Juric. I think he lost a lot of confidence during that period under Juric, and he never really recovered, because he looked quite good under Russell Martin for periods of time. The goal that he scored at Arsenal was brilliant. And his career could have been so different if he scored that penalty. Well, his career at Southampton could have been so different if he scored that penalty against Man United in the early part of our Premier League campaign, that disastrous Premier League campaign. But look, I really like him as a player. I hope it works out for him. I just don't think it will be at Southampton. Well, it won't be. He'll go out on loan, or he could potentially be sold. We'll find out. For Saints to capture back the investment that they paid in him, my thoughts are they loan him out. They will loan him out, because it would be absolutely mad to sell him for a really low ball fee. Go to Rangers. He could put his transfer value up quite a lot. Nick's in the live. Thank you for joining, Nick. You're a great guy, by the way. Been thinking about it. I reckon we'll get Pirro, heavily linked with Rangers. They have some owners at Leeds. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. He's linked with Celtic, wasn't he, quite heavily? And obviously the Rangers owners and the Leeds owners are linked. Reckon we've done some kind of deal with them to send Archer there for Pirro. I get you thinking. I totally and utterly get you thinking. I think we will end up loaning a striker in. I don't think we'll go and buy one. We'll come on to that one very shortly. But Cameron Archer going to exit Saints. Feel for him. It's just a shame it hasn't worked out for whatever reason with him. I just think he's been guilty of the change of managers. We'll come on to yesterday's game very shortly, by the way. We will cover all of that. And there was an interesting tweet this morning that I want to talk about very shortly, because we will come on to our next topic of conversation this morning. And it is the one that was dominating Southampton fans yesterday, actually, when we were at the Bet365. Got back late last night, by the way. That was a late trip home. Got back at about 10 o'clock last night. But it was well worth the trip, well worth the journey up to Stoke-on-Trent. Right, Adam Armstrong. He is the centre of the biggest amount of speculation at the moment. I'll give you my opinions on it. I've already said it. I'd like to get your thoughts on it. He's linked with so many clubs. There he is on the right-hand side of your carousel. 11 goals, 32 appearances. Not the Championship's top goal scorer anymore, unfortunately. He has been surpassed. Now I need to see who is the top goal scorer, but he wasn't a few days ago. Assists for 11 goals. He's a big player for Saints, isn't he? Who is the Championship's top goal scorer at the moment? Get involved and check that for me in the comments box below, because I'm not very good at doing two things at once, certainly when I'm doing live streaming. But just over 24 hours to get a deal done. He was left out of the match day squad yesterday, and it was reported, and I think he went on to say, Eckert, that he had a knock. He couldn't explain the knock that it was, though, which was quite intriguing. He couldn't explain the knock. He was asked, and I kind of felt at the time, do you know what? Is he protecting the player here? And that's what I thought. And this tweet, I'm going to pop up on your screen now. If I can get it to pop up on your screen, I'm going to try this now live. I'm not very good at doing two things at once, but I am going to give this one a go because Adam Blackmore put a tweet out this morning, and I thought it was well worth you guys seeing this, actually. So I'm going to get it off the top of my face. So there is Adam Blackmore's tweet. That is on the screen for you to read yourself as well. But this is what he put out in his X field. I feel Sunday morning is a good time and place for some non-parodic comment, even on this platform it's not the greatest platform, X, but Adam Blackmore is somebody I go and read all the time. Massively respected BBC correspondent, the best correspondent down here on the South Coast without question. His knowledge of Southampton is just unbelievable. I was listening to his Going Home with Adam and Joe last night. He's covered Saint for a long time as well. He goes on to say Tonda Eckert has done well to turn things round in the last 3 games, but he certainly has, hasn't he? I was very pessimistic about his future and the season after Hull, but fair play to him. The birthday boy yesterday, Tonda Eckert. He said, I also think that he's been put in he's basically saying, difficult position with the Adam Armstrong saga. In my mind, the most likely scenario, given Tonda couldn't name his injury, is that Armstrong may have not wanted to play rather than throw him under the bus. Tonda realised he needs to show the rest of the squad that he's got their back, rightly or wrongly, and it was a knock, and he couldn't explain that knock yesterday. Give me all your thoughts to that in the comments box below. Did he have a knock yesterday, or was it Armstrong saying, I don't really want to play, or his mind was elsewhere? I don't think Adam Armstrong was the sort of player to turn around and say, I don't want to play. But it does look like Adam Armstrong will go. There is so many links with so many different clubs. Missed, obviously, that game yesterday. With what Eckert described as a knock, and he's got interest from Middlesbrough, he's got interest from Wrexham. Birmingham City have come to the table by the looks of things this morning. Birmingham City have been really, really adventurous in this window. They are signing players. Saints are, from what a lot of people with links to the club say, and there's quite a few out there across social media, not all journalists, by the way, are saying that Saints are reluctant to lose Adam Armstrong, but they want firm offers, and they don't think they've had a firm offer, and that's come from quite a few people. And like I say, not just journalists. I've heard that as well, that they will want good money if they are to let Adam Armstrong leave the football club. But like I said about loans earlier on, like players go out on loan, and Armstrong's that classic example. I didn't expect him to go out on loan last year. He's quite an important player, struggled to cut it at Premier League level. We all know that. We knew we were going down, and then Juric didn't really fancy him. I think he played on New Year's, maybe the last day of the year before, so 20, what was it? 23 minutes, 23. The last game before, sort of in our Premier League campaign before that Christmas, he played up at Crystal Palace, and I didn't think he was that bad on the day. And then he was loaned out to West Bromwich Albion. And I think a player like that, you just feel butthurt. He's given a lot, and he would feel gutted that his opportunity in the Premier League has just been probably ruined. He come back in the summer, and you got to say, from a professional point of view, he's been really professional. He's come back, he's scored goals. But I don't know, in recent weeks, sort of as we've headed into sort of December and late December, I don't think I've seen the same Adam Armstrong. I just don't see the same Adam Armstrong that I saw a couple of seasons ago. Look, he's come back. He's worn the armband when he wants to. He's quite a quiet captain. But a lot of people were saying that he was very, very keen for a fresh start. And look, fair play to him. If he wants a fresh start, as long as the offer's right, I think he'll end up going. But Saints will have someone lined up to come in. They won't be letting Archer. They won't be that done to let them both go and not have a replacement lined up. They won't. Archer's not played a lot anyway. Morning, Martin. Love the show. Been watching for a good while now. I admit some of the chants winds me up a bit. Chats wind me up a bit. So I think it's a chance there, mate. Sorry. But opinions are like everyone's got one. Brilliant result yesterday. Yellows. Yeah, I know. I think I read a comment in one of my videos yesterday, and I'm like, oh, gee, seriously, there's just like some of the stuff you see is unbelievable. And some of the chants at the games are like doing my head in as well. You talk about chats. I was at the game yesterday, and obviously some of the chants in the ground. I'm like, we're winning away. How shit must you be? I'm like, oh, please, no. Please, no. Don't want to hear it. Right, I'll have a bit more of my coffee before it gets cold. We'll cover all of the game very shortly as well from yesterday. And I've got some player ratings to do, which I actually haven't done. Hi, thank you for joining the live this morning. There's actually, for a morning show, which is predominantly people in the UK tuning in, there's quite a few of you here. So I really, really appreciate you you tuning in. I did see the story surrounding Valencians and the situation with Sport Republic. I know Adam has mentioned that in the chat below. A lot of people messaging me and DMing me saying, are you worried about Saints? They've got a few of the different people at Saints, and one of those being Phil Parsons. I think he's got his foot well and truly on the gas in terms of like the day-to-day running of the business. I think he's there a lot. So they've got a trusted person in him, and from whenever I've met him, I think he's probably a guy that tries to run a business in the right way. Look, I've seen the stories. There's a lot of talk about Valencians. They've made a lot of staff redundancies. They're getting rid of people that work within that French club that Sport Republic own. They come under fire from their fans. I had a reporter actually message me, maybe 3-4 months ago, and he basically told me that a lot of the fans there want a change of ownership. They're not quite happy with the direction of their football club. And then there was a report that a lot from a journalist in France yesterday, not the one I spoke to, but another one on social media. He went on to basically say that they were spending lavish amounts of monies on meals out, and whilst in the process they were making massive staff redundancies, and they were spending €6,000 on dinners and things like this. So yeah, didn't go down well. Andrew, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to do a few more of these, certainly sort of in and around match day. What was transfer windows going on? It's quite nice to do, and there's quite a lot of stories to cover, so I just thought there's too much just to cover in one evening show tonight when a lot of you are in bed. It's nice actually to it's nice just to get up and throw this on. Don't get much chance to go to away games. It was great to be there yesterday. Yeah, we'll come on to the game shortly. Jason, I hope you are well, mate. And Andrew, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you're enjoying the morning show. It's great to start a Sunday morning. We should wake up, didn't we, on a Sunday morning and put on goals on Sunday on Sky Sports. Was my go-to on the Sunday morning. Well, certainly when it was a really good show. Not so much now. I tune in. I've been watching Back of the Net this morning, the Bournemouth fan channel. I've watched that a bit. I watched Villa on tour with Max Stokes. I had the pleasure of bumping into an Aston Villa correspondent yesterday, Southampton fan, Jacob Tanswell, and we were chatting about Aston Villa because he covers Aston Villa. Great guy, by the way. Met him a couple of times. Really great guy. And he was chatting about Aston Villa. He travels reporting on them for a really big company in the Athletic. And he was talking about Villa on tour and Matt Stokes. Great content. I was watching this match vlog from midweek. I just sit and watch match vlogs on the Sunday morning. Now, how football media is changing, by the way. Football media is changing so quickly. Like, we always tune into Sky Sports News for your news now, but they don't really cover Saints. A lot of the smaller clubs, they cover Man United, Man City, but they don't cover clubs like ourselves, but like in detail. You've got a good half an hour to 45 minutes of content today just focused on Southampton. Yes, I'm not a journalist. Yes, I've not been to uni and done all the papers to be a proper football reporter. But I can report on football because YouTube allows you to do it. Yes, I don't have as many links as some people do, but as time's growing, I'm getting more and more links. More and more people are tuning into this channel. More and more people drop DMs. And all of a sudden, you build a really nice network where you can start bringing really good football news and really genuine, great content. So I'm really, really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying doing this. And it will only get better as my network builds and my opportunities build. So we will keep it growing. Football Martin Coffee Mornings. Absolutely love it. And rightly so. And it's interactive as well. Where else can you go and get this? Goals on Sunday was quality with Cammy back in the day. Soccer Saturday too. They ruined both. God, they did, didn't they? Honestly, Nick, yesterday, brilliant. If you go on social media, any Saints fans tuning in, and you don't follow the account, it's Jason's football page. He is a Saints fan, never puts his face on camera, but he records all the chants. I'm sure you all follow him on YouTube, but I'm giving him a shout out because his channel is brilliant. He gets all the away chants, and he clips up the chant about Sky Sports yesterday. You have to go watch it because it's bloody hilarious. It was brilliant. So Sky Sports yesterday at the game. We're going to come on to the game now. Sky Sports yesterday, they bring out like all their like hoarding and they put it onto the pitch though to do their post-match player interviews and all that sort of stuff. And they get Finn Azaz over. I don't know who else went over. And the Saints fans that were at the top of the stand in the corner at the Bet365 all started saying, "We hate Sky Sports," and it was brilliant. And then it's all, "We love our fire sticks." It was absolutely hilarious. I totally recommend watching the video because it was funny. I'm so glad he clipped it up because it was really, really good. 8K, thank you very much. Yeah, 8K subs. If you're new here and you're just sat in the background watching, subscribe to the channel. I really, really, really appreciate it. It does make a massive difference. Yeah, thank you very much. We're trying to bring you the best in Saints news. And hopefully as time goes by, this will get better and better. And we will hopefully get ourselves into a few pressers and all those other lovely things that I want to be doing. Right, we'll come on to yesterday's game. We can't not come on to yesterday's game, can we? Haven't done the player rating show, but I am going to do that at some stage this morning. Finished up at the Bet365, Stoke City 0, Southampton 2. It's a good game, wasn't it? I thought Saints played well yesterday against a very, I've got to say, poor Stoke side. They were poor yesterday. They were patched up. They had a few injury concerns. There's some great content in my matchday vlog with a Stoke fan at the end, and he said it was very uncharacteristic of them, and he was really surprised at how poor and how badly they played yesterday. He just said they were not great. Young man, it was great, mate. It was great to travel with you and your dad yesterday. Young man. His dad took me yesterday. I'm not going to say his name on camera, but thank you. You know exactly who you are. But we had a brilliant time, didn't we? Great trip. And boy, I wish I was as knowledgeable in football as you are. You could probably, he was watching all the football on the way up, get all the highlights from the Derby game. Yeah, the Chelsea game on the way back. Just knows his football inside out. Really enjoyed it. We will do that again without any shadow of a doubt. If your dad's around this morning, give him a massive shout out. Great show. Loving the post-match updates too. Can always rely on good quality reporting. I'm just honest and open. As long as I'm at these games, even if I'm at home, I will give you my honest opinion on those games. But I thought the Saints were good yesterday. They played some really good stuff in the opening 25. But I thought we had total control of the game. He makes a good save, the goalkeeper, Pirates. Really good save. I can't remember who it was. It might have been from Sorbra Thomas, who was good at St Mary's. They didn't play, bearing in mind, they were nothing like they played at St Mary's. But Sorbra Thomas was good that day. It was a really good hit. And Daniel Pirates is the first thing he had to do, and probably one of the only things he had to do, other than the back pass that got caught under his feet. Really good save. Like, really, I thought it's tremendous stuff. And every time he does something, you go, Baz wouldn't have done that. Bazunu wouldn't have done that, which is really unfair. Really unfair on Bazunu, but it was a bloody good save. Fair play to him. And total control of the game. Jack Stevens makes a really big tackle like early in the game. Again, that could have been on Thomas. Like it was like this mincing, like massive tackle, like literally chucks in a huge, huge tackle. And yeah, it really set the tone, I thought, for the game. Him and Harwood Bellis, two centre-backs, were brilliant. There's no update on Taylor Harwood-Bellis at the moment. I'm going to catch up on that. I think they're not coming back, West Ham, by the way. I didn't cover that at the top of the show. West Ham, they reckon they're not coming back with another offer. So they say. That could change. There was talk of 18 million that was rejected yesterday. But back to the game. Yeah, him and Harwood-Bellis, like really, really good relationship they're building at centre-back. I thought they were really, really good. And that big tackle sets the tone, doesn't it? When you get someone and it gets the fans up for it. You've got to say, there was a lot of empty seats in that stadium yesterday, but the Saints fans were the dominant force within it because it was so freaking loud. They were good. It was good, really good from the away fans yesterday. Just kept on singing and kept on singing. And I looked across the Stoke side and they just couldn't get control of the game. I was just getting their team lineup on my screen from Flash Score. I can't remember who had that effort. It could have been, was it Bar? In midfield, he had an effort that was in the second half. It kind of fouled him from a James Bree clearance and like landed to him. The first time hit it like outside his foot. And from where I was, it looked like it hit the post. But actually, the goalkeeper's made a save. And my friend Justin said to me yesterday, he said, "You seen the save?" I was like, "No." And I watched it back. It was such a good save. Such a good save. It was brilliant, like how he's got fingertips to it. But he's a good goalkeeper. My dad's not sure on him. He says, "Oh, I think he's a bit of a a bit of a, you know, he comes and punches a lot. But I actually think he's really good. Tommy Simpkin was the goalkeeper for Stoke. He was only 21 yesterday, not played loads of senior football. And Saints did take advantage of him. They put loads of like the crosses and like the corners and stuff, like all like right under him. They got them like all in and around him, and that was really good. And I'll tell you what, Cienza's delivery, like now Manning is not playing, how much better are the set plays? Because you got the opportunity to give it to the best set play taker in the league, or in our team, in Leo, and he delivers great balls, doesn't he? Like his deliveries are so good, and a real threat from corners. And like then Downs is there to score late in the game. But Downs, by the way, like I'm struggling to give a man of the match to Wellington or Downs because they were both brilliant, and Jack Stevens is good. But I've got to say, at left back, Wellington's a bloody massive upgrade on Manning, and it's more of a bonus because Leo gets to take the set play. Absolutely brilliant. Keep the chat coming. We'll keep bringing you in. It's great to have everyone here. Absolutely superb. And I was going to come on. Nathan's said it in the chat whilst he's watching this live. If you're watching on catch up, make sure you get involved in the chat below as well. And if you are watching on catch up, we are live again tonight, 10 p.m. Playing Bree and Wellington as proper fullbacks is making a massive difference. Manning is not good enough. I agree. The fullbacks, I think Manning would like an opportunity to play at left back. But I just love the stockiness and like the athleticness of Wellington. And the fact that he speaks the same language as Leo. They link up really, really well. Like he's always looking for him, like the give and goes and stuff. They just get on, and like you can imagine that those two like hang out like outside of training and sort of outside the club because they speak the same language. They're from the same part of the world. They'd have a lot in common, same beliefs, same religion, you would think. And I thought that the two of them were so good, were so good. Wellington, please, everyone loving a bit of Wellington. We've got a Stoke fan in who said you lot were fantastic yesterday. I've got to say, by the way, Rick, the Stoke fans, what a great place to go and watch football. Never been there. So friendly on the outside. I've met quite a few Stoke fans where I got there quite early. Really nice people, but the staff around the club were good as well. Like the stewards were nice. They were welcoming. You an away fan? This is where this is. A ticket office is down there. If you need anything, just let us know. Absolutely superb. But I a lot of people getting the spelling of his name wrong. But I got to say, really friendly people. The girls on the concourse, the boys on the concourse, a lot of young staff on the concourse working, doing the cups of coffee and tea and booze and stuff. Really, really good. Just a nice place to go and watch football, and a massive stadium that was like nearly empty in places. I couldn't believe it because it was such a good side to watch at the start of the season. But this is what happens when you get stuck in that division. You go through 2 or 3 bad managers, and then you end up struggling. And look, you get these midday 30 kickoffs, and people just don't want to go. A lot of football you can go watch though in the Midlands, above the Midlands really. I like Peretz. Communicates so well. He does. I've got to say, Nick, he does communicate really well. Makes good saves, willing to come and claim and punch. His kicking was criticised against Sheffield United for giving it away, but his technique is very good. Yeah, no, he did. I haven't looked, mate, but I will check it out. I have a feeling though that flag, you know, your flag was there yesterday. I have a feeling that he came over because he recognised that flag. I don't know, but I was thinking about it this morning. One of the young lads that we met yesterday at the game, he got a Leo shirt at the end of the game. Spellcheck keeps changing Wellington. Say it, a lot of people. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. I'm going to do the player ratings actually at some stage. I did think about doing it live, but I will probably pre-record it, then I can take my time and go through it. But if you haven't voted for the player of the... Well, you can vote for every player. So you get to vote for your player of the match. But the system I've got from Stream Builder is actually really interactive. It would be nice to get a few more votes. We're hovering around 80 to 90 votes per player at the moment. I will put the link in the chat and I will pin it. So if you want to get involved, I'm going to do a player rating show to go out at lunchtime today. Loads of content, 3 videos today. Actually, you've got 4 videos today. You've got Match Day Vlog, which is out. Went out this morning. I edited it last night when I got home. It's probably not my greatest match day vlog ever, but there is a match day vlog. So the match day vlog's there. You've got the morning show, the transfer show, and you've got player ratings, and then another live stream tonight. And the live stream tonight is just transfer chat. We're just going to try and cover as much as we possibly can from the day, what happens today. We'll see if there's any more on Sam Adozi. Joe Aribo, I didn't mention. Leicester City in for Joe Aribo. We'll find out a bit more about that. Sky Sports reporting that one yesterday. Craig's in the live. Good morning, Martin. Just on the fullback, doesn't it make you realise just how poor we were defensively in both positions up until the last few games? Why still got rid of Bree is beyond me. Mate, at the time, Craig, I couldn't believe we were bringing in Roslev, and I had a fan from, I think I had a Brentford fan come on maybe 2 days after we signed Roslev, and he said to me off camera, yeah, he's not great defensively, likes to go back. And I was like, well, we've got James Bree, who's like championship ready. He goes, yeah, James Bree's probably your better option. And I was always really, really shocked. I've got to be honest. Don't always make the dreams. Have tomorrow off work, hoping for plenty of signings. Yeah, I will be covering all of that tomorrow with live streaming. I am live tomorrow from 6 p.m. right the way through to 8 p.m. And I am hopefully going to get a couple of guests on as well to come on and have their say. But yeah, we are doing a transfer show live tomorrow. So full-on live stream for a couple of hours. We will cover everything. Armstrong might not be scoring, but he does work hard for the team. He does work hard for the team. But it does seem like he is on his way. I think he will go. It's just who comes in. Who is the striker? Who comes in? I haven't seen any links to hardly anybody yet. And that is probably the thing that frustrates anyone. Do we see the window close tomorrow at 7 p.m? And it's a big question for every single one of you. Do we see the window close being stronger or weaker? And he was asked that by Adam Blackmore yesterday, the head coach, Tonda Eckert. And Tonda Eckert did say he trusts the club. A little bit of breaking news, which I've just seen over on X. This is from a journalist in the Midlands. The chances of Adam Armstrong joining Middlesbrough before tomorrow's transfer deadline day appear to be slim, with Southampton's £10 million pricing tag considered too high. And that is from the chief sports reporter, a writer for the Northern Echo, Scott Wilson, has just tweeted that. And he thinks it's unlikely that Adam Armstrong ends up at Middlesbrough. Well, Ross Stewart, he came in yesterday and I thought he played well yesterday. It was a really good performance from him. Thought he was outstanding. The issue is that, you know, he's not going to stay fit for long enough. And Ola Kunle come on yesterday late in the game, and he's still young and quite raw, and his frame's not that big yet. It will be a massive ask of a 19-year-old to all of a sudden come in and play second fiddle. It would be absolutely ridiculous. If Armstrong is sold between now and tomorrow and there's not a replacement in, I will tell you now that's the season over for me. And I think it will be for every second. I think we're better playing with a different profile striker. I do believe that. I thought we played better yesterday with in that game with Ross Stewart. It just, he won't stay fit. So if we got a profile of striker in like Ross who could stay fit, I think we'll be in a good place. I never understood the Roslev one. We have two right backs who were more than capable. I totally agree. Loaned out the best one, in my opinion. 7 million for Roslev. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Somebody must have known. Must have been a friend of a friend or something there. James is in the live. James, hope you're well, my friend. If we don't replace Armstrong, we will be 100% weaker. Yeah, I think we will be. And if we let Arbel Bellis go, we'd be even weaker. We have a shout out from Rick on the channel this morning. Hey, Martin, could you give me a shout out to my nan, Sheila Cole? She asked me to set up a YouTube account just so she could subscribe to you and keep up with your channel. She is a massive Southampton fan. So, Sheila, a massive, massive thank you, first and foremost, for watching this channel, for tuning in to my channel and watching my content. The fact that Rick's done this for you shows what a legend Rick is. But I really appreciate you being here and watching all my shows. Very, very kind of you. Now he's set this account up for you, you can get involved in the chat. So if he leaves you logged in on your phone or your iPad or however you are watching my content, you can get involved in the conversation. But Rick, a massive shout out to your nan, Sheila Cole. Hope that you have a great Sunday, and I hope that the Saints are a bit stronger by this time tomorrow with another signing for you. Up the Saints. I'm hearing snippets about Armour being a part of a clique and driving negativity in the changing room. I've not heard that, but there was a report, wasn't there, a couple of weeks ago saying that there was a clique, supposedly. I've not heard it. I've not ever heard it from anybody that I know. Surprises me a little bit, but I did think the team spirit was very good yesterday. The team spirit, the proof will be in how hard the players work for one another in the remaining games of the season. I thought yesterday, actually, the team spirit in the team was bloody good. The huddle before, right in front of the Saints fans, Jack Stevens, big voice, Taylor Harwood-Bellis proper leading in there as well. I just thought all of them together, actually, were really good. Oh, you're welcome, mate. You're welcome. Absolutely welcome. But yeah, I thought team spirit was good yesterday, and that it goes a long way, doesn't it? When you've got good team spirit and you come together and work for each other off the ball, and they did that yesterday. The way that Downs got options off the ball yesterday to get passes away, and he was looking to go forward. Everyone criticises Flynn, but I tell you what, he was really good yesterday. He was absolutely outstanding. Outstanding performance from him yesterday. He played really, really well. And Finn Azaz, I've just seen his heat map, actually. He was everywhere yesterday. He played really well yesterday. His vision on and off the ball is really good. He's always looking to make runs, make movement. And I'm just seeing that save back on X. That first one from the goalkeeper making the save. God, what a save. That's going in, wasn't it? What a save that is. So good. If it might have hit the bar, but someone's clipped it up. It's really, really good. Such a good save. Such a good save. Just a bit more on that Taylor Harwood-Bellis story. It's being shared around a bit more again. Should just read it out one more time. West Ham are not expected to return with an improved bid for Taylor Harwood-Bellis after Southampton rejected an initial, well, they said yesterday it was 12, but they're saying an initial offer of £18 million. That's been reported within the last couple of hours by quite a few journos. But it does look like West Ham won't return, but it's all smokes and mirrors at this stage. They're just probably trying to put a bit of pressure on Southampton. Oh, yeah, we're not coming back, but I bet you they do. If you really want a player, you've got the money, you'll probably come back. James said we looked like a proper team yesterday. Begs the questions, what has happened for the rest of the season? I agree. And the fact that we've stumbled upon a formation and put like round pegs and round holes, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? 2 good centre-backs, 2 good fullbacks, 2 sixes. Cannot go wrong with the 2 sixes. Downs and Yander. One can drift forward if he wants to and just drop into the 8 if you want to. And then you've got pace from Fellows. You've got pace from Cienza. But Cienza maybe not got the pace of Fellows, but he's intelligent. And they said on BBC Stoke yesterday, because I had the headphones on, they spoke about Leo Cienza's quality off the ball, how he goes and looks for the ball. He works off the ball. He works hard. And he goes picking up scratch. And they said you wouldn't think he's the sort of player that does that, but he did it a lot yesterday. He kept going inside, picking things up, and then he was like giving his teammates options. His energy yesterday was really, really good. Azaz in the 10, and then Stewart. I just think that the whole system really, really suits us, and we give Watford a hell of a game next weekend if we set up like that. The team played better without Armour in the team. Ross Stewart does so well. He worked hard yesterday, Ross, off the ball, tracking back. For someone that's not played a lot of football, he doesn't look like a player that hasn't played a lot of football, does he? Like, I'm pleased for him to get a run of games, so just to be really, really careful with him. I'm going to keep sipping my coffee. It's getting cold. It's an espresso as it is, and it's getting cold. Justin's in the live. Good morning, Justin. A Saints morning breakfast show. Never seen this before, have we, on the channel? But I'm here with all the chat from yesterday. We're covering all the transfer news. What's your thoughts, my friend, on the final 24 hours or so of this window? Just over 24 hours. Nick thinks that Spurs will well quiet. Yeah, he's not said a lot at all. But good lad, Justin is in the live. this morning. We were chatting about Sport Republic a little while ago, Justin, and you would have missed it. We were chatting about the situation over at the French club and all those reports around the French club. A lot of redundancies being made at that club. Sounds quite familiar, doesn't it? A lot of redundancies there. And then there's talk of the directors and the owners of the club out on massive meals that are costing 6,000 euros a time. It was reported by a French reporter. Hi, Martin, from a Sunday night in Australia. Love your channel, and it's the best way for me to stay informed of what is happening at Saints. Many thanks, Rob. And the beauty is, Rob, it's absolutely free to every single one of you. None of it's behind a paywall. Everything you see is available for you to watch, and that's how I want it to be. Yes, I will do some. If you're a member and you want to contribute towards the channel and help it for £1.99, £2.99, etc., there's different packages. You can support the channel, and by my way of thanking you, I will give you ad-free content, so you don't get all the adverts. You'll get ad-free matchday vlogs, 30 minutes with no adverts in it. I think it's good value for money, and I do loads of like content that I put out. There may be some behind the scenes and things like that, but everything you see matchday vlogs is available to absolutely everybody, and there's a lot of young fans that tune into this channel, and it is, like you say, a good way to keep. There he is. Sport Republic, our poo, says Justin, and a lot of fans echo your comments. But yeah, they're taking a huge amount of flack over in France this weekend. It's quite a funny goal, wasn't it? The fact that he's ended up on his arse, slipped, and you never thought he was going to score from there, but he did. He did. It was fair play to him. He worked really, really hard yesterday, Downsy. I thought he was really good. Really, really good. Nicholas Olakanye, pronounce it correctly, will be the key. He's already better than Armstrong. He's going to be good. I'm not sure he's going to probably have the same contribution as Adam. But what I would say, and I think you make a good point, I don't think he's better than Armstrong. And if we lost Armstrong between now and the end of the season, he won't score the goals. But he is the future. But he's better having in the matchday squad than Archer, for instance. So if you could bring someone else in to support Ross, I think he's a really good option. Really good option. But I do worry we end up a little lightweight up front. Do Sport Republic keep Tonda for next season, regardless if we go up or not? I think it depends on how we play between now and the end of the season and what their real ambition is. You look at Leeds and what they did in that second season. They lost that playoff final to us. They had a more experienced manager in Daniel Farker, but they knew it was shit or bust. And it is. Like that final second season is shit or bust. You have to go up because you end up like Stoke and you end up losing those parachute payments. And I do think it's the parachute payments sit differently when you've gone up. You've come down, gone straight back up. I think the parachute payments are slightly different. I'd love to get a financial expert on to tell us a bit more about it. Hi, Martin. Thanks for bringing top quality show to a long distance fan. Supported Saints for 50 years this year from my home in Yorkshire. Keep up the good work, Gary. Thank you, Gary. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate you. Comment like this. I'll tell you what, the amount of people, like similar people to yourself. I had a gentleman, Mark, yesterday. He tunes in a lot. Mark came over. He was on his way to see his poor mum, who's not very well, down in Hampshire. He stopped off at the game in Stoke, all the way from Scotland. He come over and said hello to me. He said, I don't often get to games, and I really wanted to meet you because you bring me top quality shows, and I love your content, mate. I was like, that's well kind. Well kind. I'm a big fan of Mark Robbins as well. I think he's a good manager. Good manager. Just probably doesn't have the squad there that he needs to get him promoted. But they've got players coming back. We will be fighting Stoke for a playoff place. There's no doubt if we're going to be in the mix. Will Sport Republic be here next year? We will see. I think it's a topic of conversation we should come on to, actually. Justin's highlighted it there. Will Sport Republic be here? We will see. And look, this window will be interesting because they sold a lot of players in the summer. Like, well, I don't know what the net spend was, but they obviously recouped that we bought players, but we've sold Tyler and Mateus for big values, so probably in profit. Bit of money goes back into running the club and the wages and stuff. I know they don't. Did Justin? I think you said in another live they maybe don't take loads of money out, but it must be a point where he's like, if we don't go up, you're going to need a fair bit more investment next year. I think you need another 50, maybe 100 million. I don't know what it would be. I'm not a financial expert, but has he got the hunger to do it again after all the mistakes that have been made with his money? And look, the value of the club is going to go down for a second year in the Championship. So would he cash in now? Sell some prize assets now. Armstrong, try and get 20 for it. 15 for him, 10, 15 for him, 20 to 30 million for Harwood Bellis. You've already sold Dibbling and Mateus Fernandez. Do you try and cash in on those now? Leo's looking at a £20 million player, is he maybe? Am I being a bit extravagant with that? Do you wait to the summer, maybe let him go and then you go? Recruit some of your money with some player sales. Owners do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they've gone. Adam Blackmore said in his tweet a couple of days ago, he feels it's ripe for a takeover. That's what he said. The club is in a good footing in terms of when you say in terms of the infrastructure. But they don't take any money out, says Justin. I thought you said that before. I say hello when you were talking to the guy from Scotland. Credit to him for the trip. Yeah, it was great to meet you yesterday, mate. Thank you for coming over. It was a pleasure. I remember you, Nige. It was great to see you as well, mate. But yeah, like Justin said, they're not taking money out. We'll be live for the next 10 minutes. An hour of doing this is plenty this morning. But there's plenty of you tuning in. My coffee's gone cold and I can't get up and move to make another one. But I do love my coffee. I've got my bike sat on the kicker, the turbo trainer. And when I finish this live, I'm going to go and have a cycle session on my bike. What do we have here? We have a Man City fan in. Tottenham 1, Man City 4. You, Southampton, seem like you don't come back to the Premier League next season. Well, we probably won't, mate. No. Championship is your new home. I'm not sure it's our new home. We're there at the moment. It's not home. We don't want to be there. We haven't gone. We'll see what the score is there. I'm not sure that Tottenham will just roll over today. I'm looking forward to that game, actually. Should be good. Praise Tonda for turning things around. Coaching takes time. You were seeing improvement. I saw him after the game yesterday, actually. It was quite nice. After the game yesterday, I was at the away end, filmed some content with Ellie and her dad. Good content on the channel. Go watch the fan content. Go watch that. Really good. Great conversation with those guys. And then I walked back round to my friends that I went with yesterday. They were at the players where the coach was to get some shirts signed and stuff. Given some shirts by the players. And as I walked back round, Tom Fellows is walking out with his family. So give him a quick fist bump. Well played, Tom. Thought you were really good today, mate. Yeah, thanks, mate. Nice to see you. Kept walking round. And then I saw Darren, the security guy. And we had a little chat. He's a really nice guy, Darren. He was trying to get all the players to their cars because we're in the Midlands. They've got today off and Monday off. They're not back in till Tuesday. And they were all off getting in cars. Saw Che Charles come out, quickly said hello to him. Didn't ask him for an interview, but I'm gonna try and nab him at some stage and try to see if we can get an interview with him on the channel because I think he'd be really good to chat to. Tom Fellows thought would be quite good for a chat actually as well. I think he'd make a really good interview. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. But yeah, all the players were going off. It's really cool. Really cool. Tonda was signing some shirts for the lads as well, and I didn't just said hello. That was it. Was Shearer 17 when he debuted, filling in for Danny Wallace? Yeah, I think someone could tell us that. Someone will say, was Alan Shearer 17 for his Saints debut? Does anyone know? Can you get involved in the conversation below? You've got 9 minutes to get us the answer. I'm not going to try and Google and do this at the same time. Sport Republic have let us down since they've been here. They've allowed 2 strikers to go without replacement. That will be one of their worst bits of business. Yeah, they would ruin our season. Justin, if they do it, you say goodbye to the season if they let them both go. Look, I'm all for a clear out. I'm all for sorting it out. I'm all for a reset and getting the squad set again to go again because I do believe it needs a massive turnover of players. But letting 2 strikers go in one hit without I would like to see, in my opinion, I'd like to see us go and sign an experienced Championship striker, maybe on loan, and maybe bring in somebody that's going to be knocking on the door at some stage that can back up. So funny, the Man City fan in the chat comes into a Saints fans channel and then he's told us to shut up and not be salty against Man City. and all their multi-millions of pounds. Boring, rubbish atmosphere at your stadium, by the way. The most soulless Premier League game I went to last year. Fulham was bad, mate, but Man City was absolutely appalling, absolutely shocking. For like all the money they've got, Man City, how bad is the atmosphere at the Etihad? It was shocking when we went there. And I know fans that go there for Champions League games and they say the same. The massive tourist football club they are. We support our local team and we're proud of it. Calm down, man. Yeah, absolutely. Comes into a Southampton live. You've got to laugh, haven't you? 0-0, matey. Way, says Adam. Yeah, we messed up the quadruple, didn't we, as well? Nathan Jones on the day. I love these fans that run into your life. And a subscriber as well. Man City fan. I support Borough. Remember the 8-1 loss. Or were you a Man U fan at the time? Very good question. I love it, mate. Love a bit of banter on the morning show. Absolutely tremendous stuff. It's hilarious, isn't it? Funny where people come from and what they say behind a keyboard. Love it. Make sure you get voting on those player ratings, because actually, when I finish this live stream, I am going to do my player rating show. Nearly 200 of you live this morning is quite incredible. There you go. Justin, the producer of today's show, as Alice Shearer was 17 years old on his debut. Thank you very, very much for the going and getting that for us, Justin. Legend, mate. Thank you, buddy. I know Callum Wilson has been discussed, not convinced. He's injury prone. He scored for thingy the other day, did he? He scored for he scored the other day, I think, for West Ham. Yeah, all the match stats from yesterday are on the screen as well. They're so funny, the Man City fan. I'm not going to put his comments up. Just go and enjoy your tourist team, mate. Jump out the Saints live. I probably would if I were you. To be fair, we have some really, really good Saints chat in here. And then you just get some random. Exactly, mate. Yeah. The most easiest thing to do for me, actually. Can I mute him? Don't think I've ever had to do it. Can we mute him? Put the user on timeout for 24 hours. There he is. He's gone. See you later, Man City fan. Bye-bye. Enjoy your big game today. God, I hope Spurs win today. I really, really hope Spurs win. Yeah, he has gone. 3-1-2. Yeah, no, I didn't see the game. It's kind of feel like it's blowing up, don't you? Do you feel like it's blowing up at Man City? 200 live because you are brilliant, fella. Oh, thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. 200 live on a Sunday morning when everyone's should be in bed, like chilling out and recovering from your hangovers from last night. I don't know if anyone was out last night. Do people still go out to the pub, by the way? Like, I haven't been out for a long time because I spend most of my time making freaking YouTube videos for you lot, which I absolutely love doing, by the way. And I go to football and then like my whole life is like consumed by football because I love it so much. But yeah, does anyone go out? I can't remember that. Actually, this lad come on the channel yesterday. It's a good story. I'm waffling on now. I'm really sorry. I said I was going to wrap things up, but I'm still here chatting. We met this lad yesterday, and he looks so tired. He said, "Yeah, I've not even been to bed." And his eyes were sore. Can I come on the channel? I was like, Ellie's doing interviews. I said, right, if Ellie wants to interview, she can interview. He was absolutely ruined. And his thoughts was, if Tommy Conway comes to Saints, we're going up. This is what he feels. Go and get Middlesbrough's Tommy Conway. And he said, and all the way, he said, we're going up. Give me your thoughts on that one. As a non-Saints fan, how Cameron Bragg, Oyekonye, and I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Love to keep an eye on other teams' prospects. Yeah, we've got some good players, mate. Yeah, got some really good young players coming through, all with difficult names to pronounce. You caught me right out there. Regarding our ins and outs, I think it's a bit worrying that we're selling to championship rivals, especially with Armour, who could do with well, it depends where Armour ends up. He could end up at Wolves, but I don't know. I'm not convinced we'll sell it. I'm not convinced that we'll end up I think he can end up in America or something. I think. I might be wrong in saying that. Like Aribo going to Leicester, that one broke yesterday. Yeah, someone said to me yesterday, Nick, I should do like an evening with, like, I'm going off on a tangent real quickly. We'll come back to Adam Armstrong in a minute. But whilst I'm thinking in my head, someone said to me, like, Total Saints did that you know, like the panel when they did open guess. I've got an idea that takes it to the next level, which would be more of maybe like an evening with a player. I'm thinking I want to do it with Theo Walcott or like an ex-Saints player or a couple of Saints players, like an evening with maybe at the Dow pub or somewhere away from the club. I don't know. I love to do it. If someone wants to help me bring it together, I just need somebody to manage it because I don't have the bloody time to do all this stuff. What do we have? He says, got 3 young kids, been up 7 hours already. Oh no. I don't envy you. I do not envy you. My kids are with their mum, but they're pretty good. They're a little bit older now, so not too bad. But the pub meetup, we'll maybe try and do something on that. That's for sure. What do we have? Yeah, no, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. What does Justin say? The youngest ever player to appear in the Premier League for Southampton. God, mate, that's a good quiz question from Justin. Get involved in the chat. And tell me, who is it? Well, I'm going to try and guess. In the Premier League, well, it won't be Theo. Gareth Bale didn't play for us in the Premier League. God, that's a really good question. In the Premier League. It's got to be Sam Amieo, isn't it? Was it Sam Amieo? Justin. I think it was it. Good chance. I think it'd go. I do think it'd go. Yeah, I do think it'd go. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, and he wanted the matchday squad. Yeah, that was quite funny. It was funny when we filmed that. It was really funny. I just didn't edit it out because I thought it was quite funny. I'm correct. Get in. Got it right, Justin. No, I'm really crap at quiz questions as well. Been a great live. I've really enjoyed this. I've loved having you all here because there's like so many of you tuned in. I haven't done my player ratings video from yesterday. I did think about doing it live, but it takes a little bit to set up, and I could actually roll it into... no, I can't really. I need to like end this show to do the player ratings show, which I usually record off camera and then upload it. And then, I tell you what, when I do stuff non-live, I have this big issue, by the way, with having to like get the start of it right, and sometimes it takes me 25 takes to start a video. Once I get started, I'm fine, but when I'm live, I have no choice but to get it right. So sometimes I just do these shows live because I can get it right first time. I'm much better as somebody that produces content live than I am someone that pre-records it, because I critique myself so badly. I've got massive imposter syndrome at times. I have no confidence in doing it whatsoever. Any news on Pirro coming to Saints? No, there's been nothing, Dave. There's not even been a link to us and him. So I've had him on the show because I think we should be in for him. Sport Republic need to stop loaning and maybe more. Yeah, I agree. I can't say that word live, but yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. They're great at building nice bars around the ground and not rebuilding the team. They need to rebuild the team. That's one thing they do. I think they did in the summer, tried to, with fellows. They brought in a bit of youth in Yander, a bit more, an older player in Leo, but not experience. Yeah, I just think, and add every 6 minutes. We will try and adjust it for tonight. There is a way to adjust it, but you need to go in the systems. But I will need to try and adjust that at some stage for tonight's live stream. Also, just on the download, Finazaz was good for us yesterday. Although he's a player that changes form like the weather, he's definitely he's good when he's not closed down and he gets a lot of space to play in, which he did yesterday. He got a shed load of space to play in yesterday. Like, shed loads of space. He was good. Really, really good. Vardy is doing okay. Nah, he'd never come back to the champ and play for Saints. I don't think he'd play for another champ club. I don't think he'd play again in England, but Millwall. Yeah, have they signed a striker, Millwall? I know they signed Barry Bannon, but they've signed Patterson, the goalkeeper, haven't they? And Watson. I don't know who's Watson. I haven't seen that one. 10 p.m. tonight, UK time. 10 p.m. UK time. We will cover all the transfer chat and have a bit of a Q&A once again. An evening show, which works really well for people outside of the UK. A lot of the Australians that are in bed now. A lot of the people in New Zealand that are in bed now. We do a show and a lot of those tune in. Martin, I've watched you for ages and ages and you've always been great. You bring us all together. Your love for Saints. Yeah, I love Saints. It's, yeah, I will try and adjust it. I'll see what the crack is in YouTube. It's like very painful to try and change, but I will have a look at it. We will do that. It's from Brighton. Oh, nice bit of business. That's what we like. So, yeah, I think Birmingham have been the biggest club, haven't they? I've just seen Callum Wilson get off the train at Woolston and head off over the bridge towards St Mary's. It's either a huge signing or there's a sale at John Lewis. I love these little rumours. Absolutely brilliant. Shay Adams, he's not scored many goals in Italy, but he's on his way to Wolves by the look of it. Is he a Wolves fan? Because they said he finally gets his Wolves move. It's not happened yet. Van Popnek at Swansea's been really good. Mate, they're a good side. That manager's doing well, by the way. He's doing really well. He's doing good. But no, I don't see him moving to us. It'd be a bit of a sideways step, maybe. That one. Surely wages saved from Archer and Aribo. We could go get Raheem Sterling. That would be funny. Wonder where he ends up, Sterling. What a waste of a career, by the way. What a waste of a player. Absolutely, yeah, shocking. Because he was good, wasn't he? Good player for England in that Euros, the one after COVID. He was freaking brilliant, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant. Right, here's the end of my morning show. The Sunday morning breakfast show. I've enjoyed this. I tell you what, it's been so successful and the numbers have been so good. We will do it again. We will do this again. I can't guarantee I'll do it every week, but I will advertise it before I do it. If it's raining and I can't go out for a bike ride, I will definitely do it again for sure, because it has been really good fun. But I am live again tonight at 10 p.m. I'm not sure if many of you will tune in, but if you don't, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. A massive shout out to our sponsors of today's transfer show, DNS Carpets, also Quackers who support the channel, but DNS Carpets, the transfer show sponsor. And if you want to get involved and sponsor the channel, you can do so. If you're not a member as well on YouTube, well worth taking a look at that. Patreon's the best way to support me if you want to support the channel on Patreon. And I want to shout out every single one of those supporters of the channel. And here they are in my closing credits. Have a great Sunday. Take care. And I'll see you very soon. And it didn't work. Take care, and I'll